The black community in Leeds is one that has a rich and established history, contributing to the diverse landscape of West Yorkshire. The community has seen the largest increase among high-level ethnic groups in Leeds, with over 45,000 people identifying as black. So why is it that black people in Leeds are struggling to care for something as essential as their hair?
Now, I'm from London, so I was somewhat spoilt for choice when it came to my hair care options. Like, for example,
Peckham in South London is coined the hair hub of London, with endless cheap choices. Women stopping you in the street to get your hair done. So why is it that Leeds has over 6 times the black population of Peckham, but they look nothing alike? To make sure I'm not alone in this, I've come to speak to Yolanda and Maya, 2 girls who, like me, have struggled during their time in the city to find a reliable store or salon.
I think it's safe to say that there's a type of white girl that comes to Leeds. So already coming and not being that, I knew I was different, but then not being able to actually do my hair the way that I wanted to do it made me feel kind of even more like an outsider.
My hair is like a big part of myself, and I think that is for a lot of black girls. So not being able to feel your best self does feel a bit rubbish sometimes, and it's annoying. I have to get like a 4-hour train to go get my hair done.
This negative experience in the city also translates to their experiences in hair salons.
It's literally traumatised me. I think I was about 12. My hair was down to my waist, which is crazy for like a curly girl to have that long hair. And she said that she'd give me some layers, and I just trusted her. I've never had a proper haircut before, and she gave me a bob, and I was distraught. And then from that day until I was about 16, I wore my hair straight because I was so insecure about having really short hair.
They're going through it, they're touching it, going, wow, you've got your hair's so big, like you've got so much of it.
It's like a zoo animal. I feel like a zoo animal.
Black girls have such bad experiences in mainstream hair salons because it was only 2 years ago that Afro hair was introduced to the hairdressing qualification, thanks to a petition with over 18,000 signatures.
so 2 years on, how is it being applied?
This is Leeds City College, who have been adapting their curriculum to include Afro hair.
And I'm here to get my hair cut for the first time in 4 years by one of their very own students.
This is Faith, a student on the Level 3 course here, and she's in the process of starting up her own salon for all hair types.
A lot of the assignments are very long. And it's really just like a teacher stood there talking to you.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people take that in. It's hard for people to learn about type 4 hair, curly hair, afro hair in theory. Like, that's all good, but they need to be able to see it and see how it works.
You're from Chapeltown, right?
Yeah, on and right.
So would you say that the hair care services in Chapeltown are doing a good enough job?
There was quite a few salons for afro hair. A lot of them are like black people working in them, black people owning them. So it's kind of like if you were to go into a shop as a client, so say you were to go into a shop and you see a black lady doing the hair, you'd probably think, oh yeah, I'd want to get my hair done there because I know that she experiences what I experience, and should have more knowledge of what to do with my hair.
Now, Chapeltown is where a large majority of the black population live in Leeds. Now, because of this, there's a lot more black hair salons here. The issue is that these salons don't market themselves that well. So people like me wouldn't know that they're here. Also, because of how new the hair qualification actually is, lots of these salons are self-taught and therefore not recognised and harder to find.
The college actually used to be here on the edge of Chapeltown, which conveniently allowed them access to walk-in clients with textured hair, which is something that the college is severely in need of now. Sandra is one of those people, and she's been coming here for 30 years.
My mum used to do my hair, but when I got to 15, 16, I wanted something a bit more, does it? So I walked into a hairdresser's. It was dominantly white, and she says, but we don't do your type of hair. You know, after all these years, I still can't, even though the government has said they've got to bring Afro-Caribbean hair into the curriculum, I cannot still walk into any hairdressers. I find that very, very frustrating. I think things ought to change, but it's who's going to step up that change. When you go into a salon to have your hair done, it's about 40, 50, 60 pounds. Come here, I've paid, £12 for this colour, and that's within my budget because I've got 4 other kids to think about. I can go into a hair salon and have a weave, but I can't get anywhere to get advice on my hair. It's not all about the styles, it's the science of the hair was what we lack of.
There are 4 hair types with 3 separate categories within each, showing the scale of curly hair. Within all of these hair types, you must work out what products and what styles work for your hair.
Not one head of hair has one type across the head. Same with length, thickness, density, texture. It all makes a difference to how you would tackle that service in the industry. And that's something that we don't realise. We have doll heads that are type 2 mainly, and that's across the board, across the industry, which is technically straight to wavy hair. And you might have, say, half or a third of that is type 4 doll heads. And even with that, it's great that there's the inclusivity, but it's not 50-50 even split. So you can imagine how many students are missing out on that.
Sinead couldn't get her hair done for her wedding, so did it herself. This led her to start her own bridal business, specifically specifying in curly hair. She wants black women to be able to embrace the beauty of their hair, even when others don't.
I always desired to have a musical pattern or no pattern at all at some points in life. Over the years, I've grown to love the fact that I can do so much with it. So for now, I'm rocking mermaid braids. Some days I like to rock my afro or a slick back bun or straight hair, even with a weave. I do all sorts of styles, and that's something we should celebrate. Right, what the?
Black hair is beautiful and it deserves to be embraced. Nobody deserves to feel uncomfortable in a hair salon. Whilst it's promising to see there's been a shift in the education side, there's still gaps in the learning, ensuring it's a long road ahead until every hair salon can cater to black hair. However, for black women, this change cannot happen soon enough.